What's up, everybody? It's AJ, and we're back with another reaction. Let's hit play.
Hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
In this police body cam video from March of 2019, provided to us by a law enforcement source, you see Luis Giles on the ground, bleeding from the head.
The way these things work is, if he doesn't open the window and he's under arrest, you just smash the window.
It shows now Detective Jose Santiago during an actual traffic stop talking to younger officers about dealing with uncooperative motorists who refuse to get out of the vehicle.
You know how you don't get tired when you fight someone? Crack him in the face a bunch of times.
He's basically schooling them and telling them that when they pull them over, if somebody refuses to get out of the car, that he should smash the windows, drag them out of the car, and beat at them.
Well, he said you should punch them in the face a bunch of times, or something like that. Not beat their A.
So Perth Amboy Police Department, located in New York, I would like to give a round of an applause because you guys actually confessed on camera what we have been knowing all this time. Beating up citizens, you're trained to do this. We just witnessed an officer who has been upgraded to detective now, training younger officers.
And, I think this is why some people call it a gang, the thin blue line gang, because it seems like when they do things that most people would think would be illegal or against someone's rights, and then, it seems like once they violate someone's rights or off somebody or beat a bunch of people up, you get promoted. Just like in a gang. You do a bunch of stuff for the gang, you get promoted.
How and when to beat up citizens.
A lawsuit accusing the Perth Amboy Police Department of using excessive force is suddenly settled right before it was set to go to trial. But the debate continues over tactics and training.
Details of the settlement not disclosed, although Perth Amboy admitted no wrongdoing. Police body cam videos were key to this case. Videos that now won't be shown in court, but you will see them here publicly for the first time.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Stop. Put your hands behind your back.
In this police body cam video from March of 2019, provided to us by a law enforcement source, you see Luis Giles on the ground, bleeding from the head after Perth Amboy police officers take him out of his car. Court records show they described him as combative and say he resisted arrest.
And as everyone knows, the stop resisting line is pretty much stated by every cop every time they're beating someone up. But the thing is this, if you don't know, it's being said on the body cam to make it seem as if you're resisting. Like, they're just not saying that because they were only trained to say that inside of the academy. No, you're being trained to say that inside of the academy because when you're pummeling someone and this video happens to go to court, it will appear to the court that this person was resisting. And so you continue to repeat, stop resisting. Although we clearly see the guy laying on the ground with his hands behind his back, but I'm just telling you how they're trained.
Yeah, I got two things. The stop resisting thing, they know that the way the camera is placed, the way that the camera is shaking and moving, that most of the time it's gonna look like that you're moving also. It's like I said before in another video, it's something they do in Hollywood. It's called a shaky cam with a lot of action scenes to make it seem like there's more action going on than there is. Because most of the time the actor or actress cannot do those whatever type of moves, fighting moves that they're doing. So like I said, in fighting scenes a lot, they do shaky cam. And if you go back and watch a lot of the action movies now, you can look that it's going to be a lot of shaky cam while they're supposed to be fighting, doing the moves, up close and tight shots, because it takes a lot of the context out of the video. And then the other thing is they always like to say the person was being combative. That almost means absolutely nothing with them now, because I've seen people just standing up for their rights, the same rights that they swore an oath to protect, and the response was, oh, you just want to be combative. Like, no, I just have rights and I want to use my rights. Well, they consider that combative. If you use what you have the right to do, some officers will say you're being combative.
His attorney, Kevin Flood.
The video does show him on the ground, protecting his head after his head has already been bleeding. There's no dispute that he was struck in the head. There's disputes about how it happened. They have their version, we have ours. He was injured. He has 7 stitches to close the gap. So we clearly have an injury to the head. And then here you are a year later, and this video is confirming this type of conduct that we believe should not be permitted.
You gotta use your head.
This is the police body cam video he's referring to from August of 2020, which we also obtained from our source. Kevin Flood wanted a jury to see it. The judge had not yet ruled if it would be admitted.
The way these things work is, if he doesn't open the window and he's under arrest, you usually just smash the window.
It shows now Detective Jose Santiago during an actual traffic stop talking.
Yeah, and it looked like he teaching them to me. Looked like he's saying this is the best way. This is the best tactics.
Younger officers about dealing with uncooperative motorists who refuse to get out of the vehicle.
You know how you don't get tired when you fight someone? Crack them in their face a bunch of times. All right, that's how you stop that problem.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you stop someone from fighting and you don't get tired during this fight. Just crack.
I wonder if he doesn't have any kids or any family, because your family could be on the other end of that advice that you just gave him. Your wife could be on the other end of that advice that you just gave him. And maybe it won't be in this town, but your wife goes to another town where she's not known that you're the husband. And what if that training gets out there? Is that how you want your family treated? Is that how you want your loved ones handled by the people that's supposed to come protect them?
In the face a few times, and then they're going to stop resisting. Let me say this: some cops teach younger cops to literally be violent, and then there's another type of cop who's just as bad as the cop that teaches the younger cop to be violent, and it's the disgruntled, burnt out cop, because he teaches the cop to absolutely hate his job, which then bleeds over to what? The citizens. And they absolutely hate the citizens, and it's the same exact result. But again, I'm glad we get to hear what we've already known for so many years: a cop on camera teaching younger cops to beat up citizens. I don't know how anyone could deny it at this point.
And I really believe that this is why a lot of those cops don't want the body cams, because when you're constantly being recorded, you have to watch what you say. And it's really hard for people to continue to put on a facade when they're being scrutinized and watched. It's really hard for people to put on a facade. Like it's hard to act like something you're not all the time. When you're upset, when you're not feeling good, when you don't really feel like being there, when your mind is preoccupied with something else, when you're being pulled in 2 different directions. It's hard to keep that facade up when that's going on. So a lot of them don't want the body cams, because then you get these clips.
Brute mentality.
Attorney Brooke Barnett, who was not involved in the case, reviewed the video. She often brings use of force cases against police departments.
That's a nice ring.
Inside look as to the culture.
If it was real.
Basically schooling them and telling them that when they pull them over, if somebody refuses to get out of the car, that he should smash the windows, drag them out of the car, and beat the at him.
Yeah, it's fun to punch him in their mouth and lock them up. That's fun as but here's what's gonna happen. It's still gonna whine and complain and be a baby the way my 4-year-old acts.
In a recent court hearing, the attorney for
So you do got a 4-year-old. I just hope your 4-year-old doesn't grow up and become like you. I hope he doesn't grow up and run into officers like you.
Amboy, Tim Alexander, argued the Santiago video was just words and not for training.
I think there's not a person in this room doesn't think it's reprehensible. I don't think anybody in this room would agree with him. This guy was popping off. The fact that the council wants to take that conversation, one conversation, and make it a custom or a norm, it's offensive.
And this is the type of attorney that's just as horrible as a tyrannical cop. An attorney, because he's going to get paid, and that's primarily the only reason he's doing this, because he wants money more than the safety of a human being. So because he's getting paid, he's literally going to argue that this cop who's on video saying how you should beat up citizens was only he was just talking. That was all it was. Even though this cop, as you'll see coming up here shortly, have other cases where he's done the same exact thing. All right, he just finished beating up one guy. Guy has like 7 stitches in the back of his head. He's telling his younger cops to do the same thing, and he has other cases where he actually does this, you know, in other places. And this attorney has the audacity to say, yeah, the guy's.
So it's happened multiple times. Kind of sounds like a norm to me. And once again with this attorney, you really should watch what you're saying, because you probably have families. You probably have family. And you would want this to happen to your family? I bet you if this man, if it happened to his family, he'd have been in such an uproar. This is a custom. This is a norm. Look at this video. I could show you a video where he was saying this is what you should do. But since it didn't happen to you, and it's for those greenbacks, them dollar bills, you willing to sell out.
Popping off. This attorney is a piece of crap.
He was absolutely instructing officers that this conduct was okay.
Perth Amboy decided to settle the Giles case right before trial. Santiago was on Kevin Flood's list as a witness. He was also a defendant in a past excessive force case brought by Flood that settled a few years before this body cam video was taken. Rich Rivera is a nationally recognized police practices expert who has researched Perth Amboy's use of force trends for years. Attorney General data shows the city, the 16th largest by population, reported 1,075 use of force incidents since 2020, the 14th highest of any law enforcement agency.
Based on what I've seen across the state, Perth Amboy ranks very high in terms of not reviewing use of force incidents, and it can't even account for 1/3 of citizens' complaints alleging excessive force.
Rivera's data shows that between 2012 and 2016, Santiago had the second highest use of force record in the department. He was promoted to detective, never disciplined in connection with this video.
I think they need to.
You don't discipline people in the gang for going out there and beating up people. You don't discipline them for going out there and doing things that the gang would deem positive. You don't discipline them. You give them a raise. You give them a raise. You give them new rank. You give them new responsibility. Because you want to get some more people like that can put on for the gang.
Evaluate how they're investigating their officers and reevaluate how they're training their officers on use of force. But this video speaks for itself.
Santiago did not respond to repeated messages, and neither did Perth Amboy officials.
I mean, in all honesty, did you expect them to? This department has an extreme level of just beating up citizens. And then this guy is the second, and he's second in ranking when it comes to beating up citizens, and he's just been promoted to detective. I wonder what he's going to go investigate. Who beat up the citizen? Maybe. Be crazy. Policing in America. Well, they settled this case right before trial. I wonder why. Maybe they didn't want the judge to see what was really happening. Who knows? But again, this is policing in America. Make sure you stay safe. Always protect yourself. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment. If you want more information from a former cop, a former person that was in the system that knows some more of the ins and outs, that could give you the thought process from the other side, check out my boy Abaya over at We the People You. And do me a favor and share my video with your cousin.